Yeah, we talked a little bit about yesterday's suppliers and how we treat them and how we deal with them and how we pay them and look at their open bills. What we also need to do is have on our accounts system a properly set up chart of accounts. Now, what I mean by that is that those are accounts to which, when we buy things, they will get allocated. So, for example, if I look here, motor vehicles, we will have an amount that's posted against our motor vehicles, and we can, every time we buy a motor vehicle, it will go down as a fixed asset. We then have we can then have different expense accounts. Now, obviously, if we're buying something like some spare parts for our coolers, those are going to be an expense. However, because we buy water coolers and we then rent them out to customers, invariably, we do sell some, but 99% of our business is a rental. So we buy it and we rent it out over 3 years, typically, that particular asset. So we want to log it as a fixed asset. It becomes an asset of our business. Now, the difference with that means that we can't expense it. We can't write that asset off in the first year. What we'll do, we'll pay £100, or whatever it is, £100 out, but we will then depreciate that £100 by 33%, which is typically what we do. We write off over 3 years as a water cooler, and over those 3 years, we'll depreciate by £33, which we'll be able to put towards our profit and loss account. But we can't write off that whole balance in the first year because it's an asset that belongs to us, and we're building up those assets over time. The bad side to that is obviously we're investing money out, but we're not getting it all back straight away. So there's obviously a cash flow element to that happens, and implications for our profit and loss. But that, in a nutshell, is how we treat the actual coolers. But obviously the expenses and everything that goes on, so for example, our telephone, our warehouse rent, those are all expenses that go straight down towards our bottom line. So they will go against our revenues, and we will be able to deduct those. So it's very important to distinguish between what is a fixed asset, which needs to be depreciated, and what is a variable expense that we will expense straight away. Thanks for watching.